are a ton of people here right now, but in a little while, once it gets dark, we'll go over to the battery and see the cannon station. I'm not sure what's going on, but there's a ton of people here. There's like a food truck, and hopefully people start to leave when I want to start investigating. Uh, yeah. So if you've never been here before, hi, SrSpookfest here. What's up? I'm going to Fort Monroe, which is right behind me. I'm at the fort. We're gonna go over to a battery station. Uh, 1910, cannon exploded, and 11 men passed away. Let's get going. I'm gonna go check out the lighthouse first, see if they got any progress done on the lighthouse. The amount of people, I don't know if I'll be able to go in the fort and do an investigation. I'm not sure exactly if there's like an event going on or something. But let's get going. I'm just going to take a walk around for a while till it starts to get dark, and then we'll go see if we can do an investigation somewhere. Probably at D. Russey Battery. Nice day, it's not too windy, so that's good. There's the entrance. We'll probably go in there in a little while once it's dark. But yeah, food trucks, and this parking lot's full, and there's just people everywhere, so might have to wait a while before I start an investigation. Let me make sure I got my keys before I lock myself out of the car. Okay. Let's go check out the lighthouse. This is the first some of my stuff. This is Fort Monroe in Virginia. Lots of crazy history of paranormal. One of my favorites, the Moat Monster. I did bring my book so I can read some stories in a little while about the guy who actually saw the Moat Monster, a general. Live chat, not top chat. Sup, bro? Sup? Hello, 3 people. I saw a possum jump in this moat the last time. That was kind of funny. I was not expecting him to jump. Fishing pier closed. Well, I want to see what they did to the lighthouse, if it's done or not. Probably not, but we'll go walk over here so you can check out some cannons. Yeah, so Fort Monroe in the daytime. Usually I'm here later, but decided to go a little early so we could see some of this in the daylight. I'm doing good. I'm realizing they have events going on, so maybe like by 8 dark time I'll go over to the other cannon station and check out, see if there's a bunch of people still over there. I don't think there will be. A lot of those people just go to the beach. Obviously they're doing some work to these places. But I want to see this lighthouse. I'll show you the Battery Irwin, where there's some cannons still there. And yeah, this whole off-limits building right here is pretty creepy at night. I do wish I could get in there and actually walk around. I still gotta ask permission. The last time I talked to the lady, she said there are specialty tours, but I'd have to talk to another person. And like, if you're one of the maintenance people, can I hang out with you and go check these buildings out? So the book I just got, there's actually pictures of this one. I'll show you the loo. You can actually go on top of this. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, this is Battery Irwin and Battery Patriot. You want to see how big the guns were, just in case you guys haven't seen any of this. So, Battery Patriot was relatively modern Endicott emplacement designed for Hampton Roads from attacking battleships. 1902 and 1904 was constructed while guns were mounted in 1905. Battery was artillery on June 29, 1906, cost $211,000 in 1906. That's probably millions today. But look at the sky inside of it. So they had 300-pound cannon shot. That's a 15-inch barrel, and yeah, it's no joke. They could shoot for miles, like 3 miles. We'll go check out the poopas. So this is still, I do wish they had some other windows open, but the original toilets. And actually right there you can see the underground, because there's tunnels throughout this whole place. Gotta go to the John. Yeah, it's a little different walking around during the day. There's the big fort. We'll try and go in there, but no promises. I'll go up here. This is Battery Irwin. They had smaller guns, but still, they're still here. And it looks like they're still working on the lighthouse. We'll go over and see if we can take a look at the lighthouse. Yeah, the White House. Well, it looks like they just repainted these. Alright, let's get a view of shooting this freaking cannon. This is cool. Ammo box. Big ass cannon. So, actually, that tree probably wasn't there years ago. Oh, that's the fishing pier they closed off, but that'd be cool to get to. Yeah, they just painted these. These were all rust bucketed out, but they did a nice job. Painted them nice. We can go up there. What's going on, poor people? Let's go up here. I'll get you a view of the fort from the other side. If I get up high enough, I don't think I will be high enough. There's another pier that's not closed. Yeah, it's cool. Looking at the fort from here, I can actually see quarters 1, where Abraham Lincoln stayed. Oh, cool. Let's go check out that cannon. So they can shoot you from 3 miles out there. Oh, cool. Let's not fall in this goop. Oh, whoa. I haven't been to this one because usually they have it blocked off. Since they repainted. Yeah. Whoa. Had a full blast shield. Probably guys calling out which direction to shoot this cannon. Here's the lever. Come on, let me blow it up. Everything's painted shut. Big breech. So that'd be a 4-inch barrel. Oh look, Another guy would probably sit here. That's where your feet go. That's where you sit. And obviously, he used to have a looking, like a telescope, probably out this window, looking way out. Yeah, in a steel box, this would be very loud. But with these, yeah, you could turn the spider gears here. So you could turn this any which way you wanted with all these gears to look around. That used to be a pressure valve, or probably crank this, yeah, crank that to turn the whole thing because this thing's on a pivot. Man, I can't imagine being in here shooting this thing. Now I just want to go right over there. I could get there too, but I'd be in trouble. Well, now I know what I'll probably be doing at night. Shh, don't tell anyone. All the metal doors rusted out and fell off the hinges. But yeah, I don't want to get right in some of those rooms. Alright, let's go to the lighthouse. Holy, that's a big barrel. Pretty cool shot. That might be the thumbnail. I can see the lighthouse, the top of it. Yeah, it's uncovered. Let's go check it out. Probably some good fishing over there. What's up, 6 people? Anybody else saying anything? Could you imagine how loud that would have just sounded inside there? Yep, bunch of deaf guys. Full ear protection, and you'd still probably, your whole head would ring. So now I know a path to get into that building that's says off limits, but you can just walk right into that, and I'll go take a look around maybe later. As long as I don't get in trouble, I don't want to cause any problems. Let's go check out the lighthouse. Now this lighthouse has some legends of a lady in white who either jumped out of it or maybe just passed away. Decided to self-delete. But she was always walking around looking for her husband, who got lost during, it was either the Revolutionary War or maybe 1812, that war. I can't remember. It's probably all in my book in my backpack. Let's check out, they finally uncovered it. One of my favorite things on this area. This was actually the first thing built to warn sailors of shoreline, and Old Point Comfort Lighthouse. I believe it was 18 something. 1802. So yeah, War of 1812. So that lady lost her husband during the War of 1812 and is rumored to walk around this still. I've been here a few times, and they still use this lighthouse. It's still in use. I've seen it running. Hi, Spectral Whispers. That 420 witch. There's so many people here. I like the construction area. There's no one over here. All right, we're gonna head back towards the van, and maybe we'll see if we can go into Fort Monroe while it's daylight. Ooh, I see a door open. I'm tempted. That's a dog poop. Watch out for the dog poop. Oh, it's not open. Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's not even open. I thought it was. I was gonna peek in there. What are you guys saying? I can't see. I'll just pre-warn if I message some craziness, so it will be the newest edition's feet. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that's fine, hon. Yeah, just a ton of people over there. I might just walk into the fort and see if go look at some spots. Waiting for it to get dark, and then I'll go to Battery D Russie, where 1910 a cannon breach happened, and the guys were practice shooting one of the big 15-inch cannon barrels, and it blew up. So that's not good. Michael and Ryan, I'm going to try and take your package to the post office. Okay. Yeah, I'll try and send yours out as soon as I can. I got the stuff together to send you for the R2D2 sign. I really do like that. I'm still working on like 5 new. One's a dagger, and then the rest are wands, and I might do another dagger. But considering there's an easy way to get up there and then walk into this, I'll probably check that out tonight. Yeah, that would be cool just to go walk in there. I'm not sure what's up there. That does just look like a couple rooms there open. If I can get in this tower, that'd be cool to get a view. Yeah, another door open. So, I'll go walk on the fort since we still got a little while before darkness falls. Good movie. Yeah, they're fixing this whole area up. I wonder if they're ever going to open this place. Because that'd be cool to do a tour inside of some of this. I mean, it's pretty good. Dang, big building. Alright, so I believe it was 1870s. Something like that. I can't remember. It's in my book. But a general was walking his dog at night. Oh yes, those vintage tarot cards. That's cool. Alicia likes tarot cards. She's good at it. I'm okay. Any moat monsters? No no possums gonna jump in. The last time I was doing an investigation here. So other than just the footsteps walking up to me, a possum jumped in this moat right here. And that general said there's a moat monster. They called it the meat monster because it was a pink dragon-like thing. He said maybe 20-25 feet long. Lots of crabs probably in there and stuff. Because there is a way from the ocean over there to get into here. Let's just go check out some inside the fort, and then we're probably going to run over to D. Russie Battery, set up some equipment, see if I can get any activity if there's not too many people over there, because it is down the road that way. there was a lot of people there, but usually the people start to leave the beach at dark. So let's go in the fort and just take a little walk around. I just love this place anyway. So if you notice, there used to be a whole nother wall that's broken. Now that was the exterior wall. Originally would have come right up to here. There would have been another gate so that you couldn't just come in here. And I believe they even had like a drawbridge. What's that? There's a big bug in the water. I thought it was like a fish or something. Moat off limits. Crabbing and fishing prohibited. Is anybody driving over this way? No. It is green. There's where I got the footsteps walking up to me. Various cannonballs. Probably you could find some in this moat. I wonder if magnet fishing is off limits. So I don't know how high this can get, but that'd be pretty high up if... I don't think I've ever gone and looked at that piece of the old wall. Fort Monroe, decommissioned in 2011, provided coastal defense to Chesapeake Bay and served as an artillery school for Army in early 1800s through the end of World War II. During that time, Army fired unknown numbers of cannonballs, parrot rounds, and other ammunition from the fort, built mines for use in the harbor, discarded military munitions, including explosives and potentially dangerous artillery components, likely remained throughout the site and adjacent offshore areas. So let's go take a walk through the grass and see if we find any landmines. If you hear bang and then I'm just gone, that's I stepped on a landmine or an old cannonball. Alright, let's get through here. Hopefully not get run over. I'll walk around the spots. Oh, am I supposed to push that button? I didn't push the button. Echo! So this is definitely one of my favorite spots to investigate, this house. What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Good. This place, quarters 1. Abraham Lincoln stayed here. Am I going to get run over? Probably. Parade grounds. Ah, I can actually see. There's a hell of a thumbnail. Yeah, that's fine, Michael. I don't know, the fact you're giving us some really antique tarot cards, that will be awesome. So, not this building here, but the next one over is where I saw a shadow kid run across the top of one of these buildings all the way to the edge and would have fallen off if it was a regular person because they just kept going. But here's quarters 1. Oh, it does look like they're doing a little bit of work. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, it looks like they're peeling off some paint. That wasn't like that before. They're probably going to paint it. I know they're redoing the floors on the inside. Work in progress, historical preservation. Quarters number 1 undergoing multi-phase project to preserve this historical structure. You can look it up online. So I was right here. And somebody walked up to me right here. And it did sound like... That's exactly pretty much what it sounded like. I've knocked on these doors and windows. There's a staircase that goes up there. And I think it's Vivian or Vieira Davis is a window shaker in this place. And on the next floor up, there's a very similar fireplace like that one. And it actually, that's where somebody has seen Abraham Lincoln's ghost standing. I have heard these windows rattle. It'd be cool if it was open. Oh, it's not open, but I think I check that every time. If it's open, I would just go in and I'll be very respectful. Little library room. But this place, I would say, is definitely haunted. I have had things happen here before a few times. The footsteps are definitely my best evidence here. A cool old house. And I still gotta get permission to go in here, but I've been up and over there. That was another cannon platform. I've been up on the porch, but looks like they've blocked it off, probably because of me. But I've been up there a few times. And I always... Unless there is somebody... Hello? That was kind of cool if that was something. I didn't really see it, but I think it was just a tree branch that's reflecting off that window. But all these buildings were for military guys back in the day. This fort, before it was actually a fort like this, was Native American camp, a wooden fort. Eventually it's got built up, and they even had a train run on this fort. There's underground tunnels for, I believe it was like Harriet Tubman, the secret underground railroad that the slaves would escape from, were actually here. What up, Pump? Back at my favorite spot. We're gonna do an investigation in a few here. It's not gonna be much longer till it's actually dark, but this is still my favorite. Let's go this way. Oh, is that a little hawk? What are you? Nope, not a hawk. Some type of little crane. How close will you let me get? Some type of stork. High 429, which? How close can I come? Come here. It's pretty cool looking. But I do like this side of the building too. It looks creepy. And you can see in that window. So right next to that window you can see inside of right here is where Abraham Lincoln's ghost is said to be seen. Ow. Watch the curb. Just take a walk around here because it's not dark yet, but we gotta go jump in the van, go over to the battery D-Russie and do an investigation over there. Dang, it's hot. I should have brought more water. Can I go this way? I kind of wanted to see the back, but I don't know if I can go this way. There's a tree. That's cool. And take a look at the back. Caution, caution. I should call and ask if they need help with renovations. Because I can do flooring, roofing, ductwork, electrical. That'd be cool. Working on an old historical building. No, this isn't the one with the mannequin. That's that one right there. I'm not walking that far. It is hot. I'm glad when the sun actually goes down, I'll probably cool down a little bit. It's probably 80 degrees. But low wind, not too hot, but who knows what's going to happen. I never do. Sometimes you get lucky, but alright, let's get over. You just stay with me. I'll drive over there. Wait a little bit, but I'll give you some history on that battery and the cannon. And maybe when it's dark, we'll go on top where the Patriot cannons are and the Parrot. And if I can sneak around, I'll go look inside of some of those buildings. Let's make sure I'm not going to get run over. Okay. That looks a lot more than 10 feet. Clearance 10 feet. Yeah, right, dude. Hello! Yeah, so there would have been a big gate. See those bolts? Both sides have big bolts. You wouldn't be able to get in here. No, I'll get run over. I see a little jellyfish. Jellyfish. Okay, let's get over to the cannon station. They're right up there. Spectral Whispers pump. There's an ice cream truck. Oh, if you guys want some ice cream. So yeah, we'll take the little drive over to the other cannon station. We'll go look at the beach. Make sure not too many people are around. And go do an investigation once it's dark. Not much longer. Where are you going? That road is closed. Alright, what kind you want? I want a peanut butter chocolate shake. I don't think Ben & Jerry's will have that. Isn't scared by jumping, or jumpers, only wasps, bees. Conger eels, ND, great white sharks. I am a bit afraid of sharks, anything that can eat me. Rocky Road would be gone by the time he got to you because I'd eat it. Alright. Yeah, I might need keys to get into my... Yeah, a lot of people leaving, which is good. So we'll be back over here. And we'll see if we can sneak around some off-limit areas, even if I get in trouble. You are fudgical? Alright. A Fujisicle. You didn't spell it right. Food truck parking only. Holy hot. I'm blasting You guys want some music? I'll get copyright. I won't do it. Just in case 1,000 people come in and I am up to 990. So 10 more and I get 1,000 subscribers and then I'm a real boy. Okay, so these are outbuildings. These were used some of the testing back then. Yeah, beep, beep, beep. I don't care. Ton of people here today, which is fine. That's kind of why I like the winter time more, because this is a touristy area. But in a little bit here, it's going to get dark, and then we'll probably have the DeRussie Battery Cannon Station to ourselves, which I might drive past it and we'll drive down and see what's over there. I have never driven all the way down as far as you can, and that's gonna kill me with this dinging, so I'm putting my seatbelt on. Hold on. I can't stand the ding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, let's drive down, because I've never actually driven down all the way. And I don't know what's down there. I do see some of my security buddies, and there is a police station near here. But this will be the one I stop at, DeRussie Battery. Oh. Puppy. And security, I'll put this down a bit. I'm glad he's leaving, because I plan on doing an investigation right here. This is where the cannon exploded on those men test firing it, and 11 men passed away. Yep, and I'll probably go right under there, behind that, so I'm out of all the wind. And looks like they're having canine training for the police around here. And yeah, it doesn't look too busy over there. There's some people still at the beach, but let's go. I forget what this one's called, but this is another cannon station. That's pretty cool. Hello, Officer Ma. I believe there's like an RV parking area over here. But here's another battle station where the cannons would actually be disappearing cannons. They pop up and pop down to be reloaded. So they would have been popping out of the top of this fort, and then I'm not sure how far down I can go, but that's another cool cannon station. I have not done this one yet. No trespassing. See, that one actually says no trespassing. I don't see any openings or, yeah, I don't think you can climb up that. RV park. Look at the old bombshells for light posts. That's cool. Paradise Ocean Club. Let's keep going. I don't know what's over here. Well, I don't want to go to the RV park. Yeah, I'd never come this far. Let's see what these signs say. Oh, there are people camping out. RV park registration. I'll keep going straight. The Colonies RV Travel Park, Fort Monroe. Let's see how far this will take me. It'd be cool to camp over here. I would definitely be doing a night investigation all night if I had an RV, but I don't. But that'd be cool. geese and gooses. And that looks closed. I do wonder what is that way. Beach supplies, cold drinks, ice cream, restroom. Hello, Mr. Goose. Hello. Yeah, it looks like it used to keep going, but there's a gate up there. I would keep driving. Dead end. No outlet. Let's just turn around. I'll head back over to the Cannon station. A lot of RVs. I didn't know that many people would be staying here. That's cool. Don't just turn around. Come look what you found. So there is a store over there. It looks closed. Otherwise, I'd go over there. Oh, I just found something. I'll have to come back during the daytime and when it's probably still open and check out their store. They probably got cool stuff. Look at this. There's an abandoned part of a fort. You can probably barely see that. But definitely, yeah, blocked off by fences. That's an old part of the fort. I would love to go do that and just get in there, even though you're not supposed to. Oh, electric bike. It looks like if you go from the beach and worked your way in from the woods, you might be able to get in there, but I don't think I would do that, because it's definitely no trespassing signs, not off limits. Hi, security guy. That's the same guy I've talked to before. But yeah, there's a big fort in those woods. That's cool. That's a really big one. You just can't see it. I can see parts of it. But this whole fence line along the woods there is part of the fort. Oh, cool. That looks creepy. It's all overgrown and stuff. See, this is why I drove over here. Obviously, though, if you go in there, no trespassing. I can't read what else it says, but this thing's huge. Right next to some tennis courts. Maybe I'll stop at this one. We'll go take a walk around it. Oh, oh. If there's a parking spot, I will. Don't think so, but this is cool. I could park right here. Go ahead, people. I'll go over to this. Yeah, there's cops doing some drills over there. And of course, that's like right across from where I planned on doing an investigation. And this one definitely says no trespassing, but I'll go walk up to it. Battery Church. Cool. Oh, that one over there does look open. I won't go in. I'll get in trouble. Area under surveillance. I highly doubt that, but good idea to put up a sign like that. Oh, it'd be so cool if this wasn't locked up. I'd like to go in. Hopefully your pen and paper is what you're watching tomorrow when you're writing your book, Michael. Otherwise it may be intelligible. Hello, Birdie. Hello. Probably storage for ammunition. And there's a hatch. So we know there's an underground under this. People yelling at me. Hey, you. Pretty cool. Let's get over to the other one. We'll go check out the beach for a minute, and then once it's dark, which probably only got another 15 minutes, and then it will be dark, we'll do some investigating. Now, back there is where my REM pod has reacted to me, and I get, usually if you have it going off, it's vibration, maybe wind, but the way it reacted was what was interesting. Like 8 times, 9 times in a row, maybe more, I would say, can you turn it on, can you turn it off, and it would do it each time. I've only had that other than this area. I've had the REM pod do that on Sarah Constant Beach, where there was some of the first ship landings. So yeah, maybe another 15, 20 minutes, and then we're gonna have sundown. Ugh. Alright. Let's go over there and park. It looks like a good amount of people are still parked over there, but hopefully we can shoo people away if they do come near me while I'm doing my investigation. And if this spot doesn't work out for now, we'll go back over to the fort and go inside and walk around again, and may do a small investigation inside the fort, because it looks like there's 20 cops over there, and I don't really want to do an investigation right in front of a bunch of cops. Let's go. Let's just go park over here for a minute and see. Oh, there's a Jeep. Yeah, there's still a lot of people parked over here. Well, one way or the other, I'm doing an investigation somewhere. Because, yeah, that's a lot of cops. And that's a lot of people parked in front of this. Usually there's nobody over here, but 20 cop cars, cops everywhere. If I set up right there, they're going to be able to see me. I'll go through here, but I think we might be going back into the fort because there are just too many people. Hold on. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm going back over to the main fort. There's going to be 60 people out back here. That would definitely contaminate with all these people. At least inside the fort, there's only a few people walking around, and I can go to areas and do an investigation without being bothered, because this is craziness. There's not even a parking spot back here. So, what? Oh, I got kicked off for a second. It's too many damn people. Yeah, and then a ton of people right there at that baseball field. I want to do an investigation at this, but this station is very interesting. 1910, shooting off some 15-inch barrel cannons for their superiors to show off the weaponry, and the cannon breached and exploded. 11 men passed away. The general lost his legs. But that, if we come back over here in a little bit and it's not baseball playing time and 100 people back there, So back to the fort, and I'll go walk around, and I'll pick a spot because we're gonna have darkness here soon. I might try Pet Cemetery up on the top of the ramparts and do an investigation because not too many people will be up there. Yeah, not as many people walking around the fort right now, so everybody's doing surfing and going to the beach and stuff and baseball game. I do know, yeah, there's a beer tent over there. That's actually like a beer garden, or like, where they actually make beer and have some food. So there's like party going on over there. But we won't be able to hear them in the fort. So, switching my idea of doing D-Russie Battery to this, and hopefully another time if it's empty like it usually is. I probably should have started this at like 8 because it gets dark around 8, 8:30. Alright, well, back to where we were. Go take a walk to do maybe end up back at quarters 1, the building, the big white building I just showed you, to do an investigation. Now I could drive in there and park, but I'd rather just park out here. Holy crap, more people showed up. Whatever. There shouldn't be too many people in the fort. Alright. Give me a second, I just gotta grab my stuff. And then if I'm feeling brave, we'll try and get on the top of that fort over there. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Alright, backpack. Let's go take a walk around the actual fort, and I'll figure out where I want to go for my first part of the investigation. Holy, I'm glad I brought some water. Okay. Let's go. What are you guys saying? Yeah, there's cemeteries actually along the top of the wall around the back. It's actually a pet cemetery. I don't think any people are buried, but people did pass away at this fort, so there might be. I have no idea. They also said there's old ordnance laying around, so watch your step. Hopefully I don't step on a cannonball. Hi, Spectral Whispers. Miss B. Did I disappear again? It's not really breaking the law. I'm allowed to go do whatever I want. This is open till midnight. As long as you're not breaking stuff or being an asshole, they're not going to care if you're not bothering anyone. Who knows? Maybe we'll see Steve again. Car. Game off. Game on. Now, if another car comes, I'll just get squished. No, just kidding. There's the hidey holes. So I really did think maybe it was echo with the footprints that I got somebody walking right here, but nobody walked by. I was sitting right there so I could see. Abraham Lincoln's house. Those might be people that live here. Maybe we should go talk to them. If I see people, I'll probably ask them if they've had any weird situations happen while they lived here. So, this whole back area is always creepy. Hello. Yeah, people live in these. This one's empty. Let's go take a peek in the windows while we still have some daylight. Where'd that person go? I swore I saw a person over there. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I was just seeing things. Let's go take a look at this. I've never walked up to this building, but it will be cool to peek inside. Oh, it looks like residents are coming. Shall I ask them ghostly questions? Look at this. It's so cool. Bernard Road, 129. Let's let them pass and then I'll go up there and look in the windows. Not this one, but the next entrance over there is where I first saw my first shadow figure. Wow, the bridge across the moat to the tunnel is almost identical to the one at South Sea in Portsmouth. Oh, cool. We have Portsmouth. Okay, ladies, you're not going to yell at me. All right. This is cool. Walking in the footsteps of historical figures. Ulysses S. Grant was here. Edgar Allan Poe. Wow, it looks pristine in there. Nice and like new. Oh, that porch ain't new though. Fireplace straight across. Just an empty room. Can't really see. Looks dark and creepy in that one. Oh, the electricity works. All right, let's go look at a cannon. Ugh. Should I check these ones too, actually? Just in case. Oh, jeez. So yeah, I was walking through over there and saw a shadow figure. Holy, big hallway. Whoa. Hello? Tap on the glass. Let me know you're here. So this is where I was walking through when I saw the shadow figure up on a building. I'll show you. So, right there, something So those tree branches had leaves on them, and I was walking right under them, just about. And from this tree out in front there, on the building, I saw a person run across, but that building just drops off. That's like a 25, 30-foot drop, right where that bird's standing. Yeah, so, and it just kind of kept going. It went from here, I saw him run all the way, and then it just disappeared. Later, Pomp. I suck at time zones. Me too, Michael. Spectral Whispers. I saw one coming up the stairs at Houghton Mansion. Very cool. That one was my third shadow figure. Paul A. Dever, and then where? Oh, your house, the wife's house in Middleborough. I saw somebody walk down the stairs, and then that one. Those are the ones I've seen straight on. The one at Willoughby Spit Ghost. That one I saw out of the corner of my eye, standing next to the ocean, and then it felt like somebody was right behind me. I didn't see him when he was standing behind me, but very freaky one. I actually stopped the investigation and left, because that Willoughby Spit Ghost is definitely, I believe, is actually over there hanging out. I've had the weird feelings of being watched. I used to hear them walking down the stairs all the time. Never saw one though. Yeah, that Middleborough house, I guarantee, is still haunted. And that's, the train used to run in from over there somewhere, across there. It actually would stop at this building, bring supplies, and this is the church. The church caught on fire when they were going to bury a man that said, if you ever bring me in the church, it will catch on fire. And I guess one of the ceiling rafters really did catch on fire. Oh, you were 7 when they bought it? Dang, that's a long time. Here's a mound. I have actually never even noticed. I'm wondering what's under there. Could be big septic system, or maybe it was an old part of the fort and something stood there, because that's definitely a mound. This house is one of the most interesting houses. I heard from one of the residents that this is one of the most haunted houses. Let's see if any shadows move in there. What's that? Is there like music going on? I'm hearing something, but it might be... Hey, squirrel. Squirrel. Yeah, I hear music or something, but I'm not sure where it coming from. You gonna go in the haunted house, squirrel? Oh man. Building 14 rehabilitation. This area is under surveillance. Now that one I believe would be under surveillance, because people would definitely want to go in there. Yeah, there's some kind of music or something going on. 1860, a 15-inch barrel, 300-pound cannonballs. Is there like a parade or something? hear ruckus. (62A) and (62B). I cannot see in there at all. I see blackness. But cool to be able to walk up to these historic homes and just peek inside. Oh, they got the curtains closed. Can't see schnitt. Yeah, you can't see in there. Oh, there he is. This son of a bitch scared the hell out of me. Thanks for putting him in there, because he scared the schnitt out of me. Go that way. Okay. Is there... Oh, I can look inside. Hello? Wow, big rooms. There's the staircase. Can't barely see. Can't see. But let's keep going around. Well, there is an area over here where some jail cells are. I might go do that first. I don't hear the music or drums anymore. You know what? Let's go peek in these windows. They're open. There's an air conditioner, but I'm pretty sure nobody lives here. Oh, maybe. There's another air conditioner. Yeah, I don't want to look in there if there's people that live there. Yeah, there's cars out front, so people might live in that. So I have also had what I thought I heard walking down this way. Footsteps following me, like I'd take some steps and then stop for a second. And it would actually seem like somebody took a couple steps up behind me. Very weird. Oh man. I lost my lighter. Some construction going on. Well, I might have lost my lighter, but I still got this. Or I might have left it in the car. Kevin was here. I'm not sure when. 22 maybe? So this area is a good spot. I might set up and do a little bit in here. We'll see. The room in which you are standing. Echo! Stockade and guardhouse. So they'd stick a bunch of guys in this little door, and there's a bunch of rooms. 20 to 40 men. Guardhouse was remodeled in 1870 and replaced by new guardhouse in 1900. A lot of people jailed in there. Hello? Oh, little balloon. So, if you see like that window, and then you gotta think the room probably went out to about the middle of that wall, and a bunch of jail cells. And then there's a bunch of important buildings right along the outside of the moat. Like that big church right straight ahead. All these were housing for guys. That big building. You gotta remember, these people back then were usually at war. Michael, your voice would be booming in one of those big ass rooms. Let's see what this says. Fort Monroe has been designated as a registered National Historic Landmark under the provisions of historic sites, August 1935. This site possesses exceptional value in commemorating and illustrating the history of the United States. U.S. Department of Interior National Park Service, 1961. Any fishies? Nope, just a watermelon balloon. What's that? Just trash? Let's check. Trash. I do wonder what they used this area for. This is obviously bricked up because it probably used to go through where they drive through. It looks like they had a big swinging gate, sliding door or something. Let's go knock on the door. Hello. I'm Ryan. Can you knock back? Or can you redo what I do? I'm sweating. Echo! And then they had chutes. I don't know what they would have used them for, but up on top of this, we can go up there. Let's go up. This way looks closer. Yeah, and see, that's part of the guardhouse. Hold on, let me grab a flashlight so we could see in there. That'd be funny if this was open. Other than the wire fence going across it. Alright, flashlight, where are you? Yeah. Just a small room, probably one of the jail cells. One of the old jail cells there. So you imagine there's one on the other side like this, and they'd stuff 20 guys in this room. It's a little bitty room. That might even been the guardhouse. And then we'll go upstairs here. Let me get my backpack back out. It does say parade ground, but Freedom Fortress. Ah, perfect. Kinda. if the pet cemetery runs all this way, but should get a good view anyway. Yeah, it does. So it's got to be almost a mile of just pet cemetery. Nikki, 1971. Trixie. I can't read it. Toby, a good dog, 1941. Whew. Shall we walk that way? I might walk that way. I have gone the whole other way that way, probably like a half a mile of all these animals. Winky McGee, Whittington, 1941 to 54, world traveler. (1945, 1960). A lot of animals. Who's this? This one must be special. There's a couple over here. 1971. Bubbles. Saw. There's just a few in here. Steve Lemon, Sean Feely, June 76. That's old. 1976. Any more graffiti? I thought of was Monty Python. What do you want? I don't want to talk to you no more. Your mother smells of elderberry. I fart in your general direction. See any moat monsters? Yeah, so the pet cemetery actually starts way over by this building on that corner. Probably a half mile over that way. Let's walk the opposite way. I've never walked the opposite way. Boom. Boom. This is pretty cool. Look how many cemetery. The thing goes all the way around the corner and around the whole fort. Ooh, that's pretty high up. Ooh. Let's go this way, see what it leads me to. Security. There's some old ones. 1959, 57, 50. Here's an older one. Goldie. 61 to 71. So not that old. But maybe we're going up in age because some of the other ones are pretty dang old. Sylvester, 1968. Yeah, and I know that's an important building. Like Abraham Lincoln did business in there. Some other people use it. Ulysses S. Grant was locked up here. A few other people. Hello. Yeah, these are the newer ones. That's cool to see stuff from this angle. Let's walk around the whole top. I'll probably end up back by quarters number 1. And since not too many people are around in here, I'll do a little investigation there. Then maybe we'll go check out some of the other Canon batteries. It's a lot of doggies. Duckies. I'd love to be able to go into a building like that and just explore. Or even that. That's a small building. It's kind of creepy. Zoom out. There we go. Cool. That's a cool stump. Now we're getting to some more cannon stations, and they had cannons pointing inland in case anybody got past. That's a crazy viewpoint because that's your own buildings over there. So that building right there is how you get tickets to the casemate, and I'm not sure how many people passed away here, but a lot of dogs did. 52, 68. Wow, look, they got a tree growing in this cannon. So there used to be a cannon right there. Crazy. It would be awesome to live in a spot like this because people do live on this. I guarantee you a lot of them have weird experiences. I've heard a few stories. What a cool shot. So I'm guessing if pirates took over, they had all these cannons facing the inward side where the mainland is. Which is nuts. Some big ass cannons. It looks like that's the end of the, yeah, that's the end of the pets. No, maybe not. Hello? What the? Looks like somebody's in that window. No, maybe not. Yeah, it's still puppies. I swear, I keep hearing. Huh. Do you know what I just heard? I don't know if it picked up on here, but it sounded kind of like a dog, like the collar with the little name tag, shaking around. That's me stepping on that, but yeah, I've never been. I've never been up over here. It looks like a good sledding hill. If we got snow. Whoa, you would go 500 miles an hour down this thing, so you'd have to avoid the buildings. I do see a light on in there. I wonder what some of these were. Yeah, so this pet cemetery must be a mile or more because the whole other side of Fang, 1967. So way down by those buildings over there is where the other side of the fort is. probably 3/4 of a mile from that. And there's just graves of every guy's war dog. Who's this? Mandy. 1964. But yeah, I've never been over here. This is cool. Foxy English. Oh, they did Fort Monroe Frisbee champ. MCMLXXXV to another Roman numeral. Yeah, so these were all like probably the big houses for the higher up guys. And then that big building was like an office, train, part of the train stuff would come in through over there. Cool. Loki. Oh wow, 2007 to May 2019. That puppy is not old at all. Roxy Bay. So I wonder if you live here, if you're allowed to bury your pet up here when they eventually pass away, because that'd be cool. Maybe not war dog, but this looks like more jail cells. I think that's what this was. Just the way the windows are. Skinny windows with little vents up top. At least it's finally cooling down. I'm sweating. Bonnie. I had a dog, a black lab Bonnie. So yeah, those war dog graves just go all the way around. I did not think they went this far. But that's pretty incredible. 1975. Precious. There's another entrance. I don't think I've ever gone in that entrance. That one still has gates on it. It's shut down entrance. Alright. I'm thinking, should I go back over to the Cannon battery way over there, get to the van and drive there? Or you want me to do a small investigation in the same spot and then go do the battery, Cannon battery? I think I got a ways to walk still though. This is the biggest stone fort in eastern the coast of the eastern seaboard there. Let's see. Yeah, I am not walking. Oh, stairs. But still, pet cemetery. Ginger, dog. 1938. Let's go cut across. Yeah. This building I'll cut through because I still have half the fort to walk if I go that way. That's the top of the gate, I think. Aw. If you're still here, honey, I love you. Cool. Oh no, the gate's over there. But there's a big metal plate. Looks like they might have had a big cannon set up here or something. Let's get the shot. I'm gonna get the shot. Alright, so it does look like the last puppy is in the graveyard back there. I don't see anymore. Yeah, let's go cut through this place. Yeah, more tie-offs for like cannons, and then these would have been for the gate. Old pipes. Yeah, here's the gate, and we'll cut through there. Get back over to the van, or I don't know, what'd you guys say? You want me to do one at quarters number 1, which is straight across back that way? Yeah, so that cannon station is way over there. Hey, let's see if I can, oh boy. Let's see if I can get down here and not fall on my ass. This looks steep as hell. Yeah, and that's a blocked off. Okay. Okay. Whew. So yeah, I'm cutting off half the fort here. It's take me too long to walk around that whole thing. I don't know. It's probably 2 square miles or more. I have no clue. But if you walk around the top of this fort, around the outer edge, it's huge. And it's about to get dark. So maybe I will do quarters number 1 for a few minutes. My nephew totally doesn't like chocolate. Spectral waves. Oh, the air feels cool on my skin. It's about 80 degrees. It was, at least. Now it's not so hot. But, ooh, creepy. What's this? Let's be creepy. Hello? Oh, jeez. I didn't think this was like a dead end. Looks like a doctor's office. Creepy. Dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Engine room. I won't be able to see in those windows, but wow, that's a generator. And giant boilers. Cool. I've worked on stuff like that. 1879 DMD. That is electrical room. Looks like Cat 5, Cat 6, panels. Yeah, normal stuff. It is definitely get that feeling of, I'm in something very old. Ugh, creepy. An elevator. There's probably 3 or 4 floors here. So this building was very integral to this whole fort. They did a lot of stuff in here. Clock tower and stuff. Doc Brown, get down! The architecture's really cool. Like the things above the door and windows and stuff. So, we're gonna cut straight back across. We'll go to quarters 1. Well, I guess I can pick which way I want to go. Quarters one's right there. Abraham Lincoln's place. Try and do a little investigation. Close to 90 all day there. Yeah, I probably got to 90 here. If we hear thuds, that's what we know why. There's some security people. I do think there's like an event here tonight, so we might not be doing an investigation in quarters one or under the porch. Because I just seen 10 cars pull in and there's cars driving. They might be doing a ghost tour, and I don't want to be set up and doing an investigation. So we'll try and go over to the cannon station where the guys got blown up. It's just about dark now. And the guy I talked to, Steve, actually said he does see shadow figures running around over here. I mean, this house is lived in, some of those apartments are lived in, but I don't think you'd mistake people running through this area for shadow people, and he swears he's seen a few. So thanks, Steve, wherever you live. He's around here somewhere, but yeah, let's get out of here. We'll drive back over and see if all those cops are still there. Set up some equipment at the cannon explosion site. I probably won't do too long of an investigation, but we'll see if we can get lucky. Maybe my REM pod will act the same like it did that one time over here. It would be cool to live here. I would be out every night investigating. Yeah, see, I'd still only be up on top of the wall over there, where my exit's right over here. So if you hear voices, there's people over there. Nice houses. Here's another one of them mounds. I'm wondering if these were different structures. They look like it. That just got covered over. Maybe part of the underground stuff. Whew, that was a good walk. Alright, let's go to the cannon station and set up some equipment and see if anything happens since it's dark. Fireflies. Hey, you, get back here. You bastard. Try and scare me. Oh, right into a bunch of spider webs. You little bastard. Knock it off. Hello. Want to come out if you can? Come say hello. back room. So this is where I got the footsteps, where I am under here. Let's show you the staircase. Ceiling radiator. Pretty dirty window, but looks like another staircase right there going down. The Home Slice and Skillet Show. Hello. Yeah, there's something going on tonight with all these cars coming in here and stuff. So, sitting here the last time, footsteps probably from that pot up to me and then back away. And if you notice, I could go like that and look down the tunnel. Nobody was walking by. I had looked left and right out of here, and I can even see over there. I didn't see anybody ride by on a bike. There was no reason for the footsteps. You want to do that again for me? Just come say something to me. Yeah, there's a cool like spiral staircase in there and stuff. So Abraham Lincoln stayed here. If you're new here, I've had some experiences here. Alright, so we're going to go over to the cannon station. Everything seems pretty quiet here. Should I do this right now? Or should I come back? Because it's not fully dark yet. Let's just go over to the cannon battery and see if anybody's still over there. And then I'll set up some equipment. We'll see if I get lucky with REM pod. Some of the other manual equipment. I have the regular bell and a music box. You turn the handle and echo. Alright, now hope for a moat monster. Come on, moat monster. No moat monster. That is security right there. And a big ass ship. I do like how they lit this up. There is a car coming behind me. I'm gonna get run over. A lot of people are gone now. That's good. Let's get over to the cannon battery where those guys passed away from a cannon breach explosion. Set up some equipment. See if anything happens. A lot of people leaving. Pretty. Well, I did say I was going to try and get on top of that. But security is right there, so let's go do an investigation first. Is it like Pride Month or something, isn't it? Because, yeah, it's got a rainbow on it. That's cool. I do wonder. No, you'd be able to see the lighthouse going off. I don't think they got the lighthouse going. Whoa, RC truck. That's cool. Alright. Holy crap, it's hot. So, if it's too busy over there, we'll go and come back here and do the investigation, but I want to do the cannon station, and I'll probably only do Yeah, maybe like half hour, 45 minutes, see if anything happens. Nothing happens, and we'll get out of here. Whew. Hold on. Water. Oh, God, it's hot. Yeah. Alright, it should be a good time. It's just getting dark. Definitely won't be as many people as earlier, and I'll set up my equipment and see. Sweating. Oof. But hopefully something happens similar to the last time I did the REM pod over here. And there ain't enough wind to set it off, and there shouldn't be too many people to bug me, but we'll see. Hopefully not. One of the first times I came here, there's those flashing lights. See, like this one's flashing a bit. I didn't know why, but all of them were flashing, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And power surge. Well, that's good. Yeah, there's still a bunch of people here, but a lot less than earlier, so that's good. What's this say? I can't read that, but there's all these people yelling out back here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. We can at least go over there and check it out, see how it sounds and looks. Oh, a mosquito got me. Alright, let's go. Yeah, the loudest people ever, so I might not be able to do an investigation, but we can at least look at the cool pop-out cannon towers. Yeah, see this is the problem. I don't know. Obviously, I'll know if people are yelling out back here, but. So this is D. Russey Battery, Cannon Station, 1910. Or it could have been 1914. I can't remember which year. But 1910, I do believe, is the correct one. One of the cannons, they had 15-inch barrel cannons. Oh, police chase already? Yeah, I believe they're practicing. So, I don't know about doing a investigation in here right now. With all these cops out here. I mean, at least they're not doing sirens and stuff. But those men passed away from a 15-inch cannon the breach and exploded. Somebody flying a drone over there. That's not allowed. Yeah, I don't know how many cops are over there, but flashing a flashlight around here and setting up equipment does not seem smart. I will. It's a very creepy feeling every time. No trespassing, area under surveillance. Let's go read the sign. Very cool. Building 212 D. Russie. Harbor Defense Regimental distinctive insignia. Harbor Defense Regiment were formed in Coast Artillery Corps 1924. Station of the regimental headquarters in 1939 are shown just on the sign of the battery. The regiment were broken up in 1944, but the 1st through 7th and 59th exist today as air defense artillery regiments. This is a typical seacoast gun battery of the period 1892 to 1946. Very cool. But yeah, see the cops practicing, and I believe they have a police drone flying around over there. You see it? Yeah, they must. Because you're not allowed to fly drones around here, really, I don't think. Oh, with the searchlight. I should pull out my big flashlight. Yeah, just with all those cops straight across the street, I don't think I'm going to do an investigation right here. Yeah, in there is really creepy. I have had stuff happen right here before. So I've set up stuff in this area a few times. I'll gotta do it. Knock on a door. Whoa. Don't hit me, dude. Of course. Oh, bat. That one was a bat. That was cool. I was thinking about setting up right in here and doing one, but with all those police right there, they're going to be like, oh, you, what are you doing? So I've done this side a few times of the cannon, and I believe right down there is where the cannon exploded, and yeah. But every one of those cars is a cop, so I think I'm just going to head back to the car. Maybe I'll do an investigation tomorrow. There's just too many people, too much stuff going on. Maybe we can go back and do one under quarters 1, but it'll have to be another time. I've already been doing 2 hours. I'm getting hungry. Now it's getting dark and I'm planning on leaving. Just too many cops across from this. This is what I really want to do, but if cops weren't there, yeah, we'd be doing an investigation. But I do think I'm just going to end this here and get back to my house. I hope you enjoyed this, even though I didn't pull out any investigation equipment. Still, you don't need to pull out investigation equipment. You never know what might happen. There might be something on here that I didn't hear or see. And we'll have to come back over here because I am doing this area again. Very cool building. A lot of tragedy happened here, but So these 15-inch cannon barrels would have popped up from down in the pit there, pop up and then drop back down to reload, and they could shoot up to 3 to 4 miles out to sea. But there will be another investigation soon, and that will be before I even go to Iowa or anything. I guess I didn't feel like it, or I didn't want to do it, I don't know. But we'll be back here soon enough, and I will do another full investigation. Just not the spot I wanted to do, so I guess 2 hours live chat. I hope you had fun. And yeah, these weird flashing lights are everywhere. Power surges all over the place. Peace out, Spectral Whispers. I'll talk to you guys all soon. We'll do a real investigation somewhere else. Just too many people. There was something going on in Fort Monroe, so I don't want to get involved if there's a ghost walk or tour. But yeah, you can see each bump out there. A cannon would pop up and shoot 3 miles out into the ocean or more. Alright, you guys and girls, I'm going to get out of here, go eat some dinner, drink some water, because I didn't bring any like an idiot. But I hope you enjoyed this semi-investigation, a walking tour more like. But I'll be back with more investigations. Love you guys. Peace out.